It's really a great honor to join you today and to bring you greetings from ALBA, the Abraham Lincoln Brigade Archives. Now, more than ever, in these times, the work that we do as sister organizations is needed. The important task of recovering and disseminating the neglected history of the international brigades so that new generations can use their example and their lessons to continue to resist and struggle. When people learn of these international volunteers, thanks to your work and through events such as this very one today, they are invariably inspired by their legacy of anti-fascist unity and unprecedented working class solidarity. And I'd like to share with you an example of the effect of their legacy on one person of the next generation, the filmmaker John Sayles. Some of you may be familiar with his work, Matewan, 8 Men Out, The Secret of Rowan Inish, Lone Star, to name a few. Well, Sayles was the keynote speaker at the 50th anniversary of the veterans of the Abraham Lincoln Brigade in New York City, and this was during the Reagan-Thatcher era, during a time when greed and self-interest were extolled as top virtues, and the catchphrase, "greed is good," was everywhere. But his address was entitled, "But what about the guys in the Lincoln Brigade?" But as you'll hear, it applies equally to the British Battalion, the Connolly Column, the Garibaldis, the Tailman Battalion, and each and every one of the battalions in the international brigades. And so here's what Sayles had to say. He said, "One of the major obstacles in the way of human progress, of human understanding, is cynicism. The cynicism that states that people only act in their own self-interest, or what they believe to be their self-interest. That says within every seemingly altruistic act, there lurks a dark core of greed, or hatred, or fear. To make people behave, the cynics say, to make society work, you have to know how to exploit and manipulate that dark core. That's life," the cynics say, "just the way people are." And you can listen to this for a while, maybe even agree up to a point. But then you say, "What about the guys in the Lincoln Brigade?" And then the cynics will go to work and they'll talk about raw youth and misplaced idealism and what this faction did to that faction. But they won't go away. Those guys who shipped out for Spain to fight for other people's freedom, they stand up in history like the one tree on a battlefield, not leveled by the bombing. They stand up and they make you ask, how did that happen? They won't go away. And if you talk to them or you read their accounts, what you hear again and again is that they went to Spain because of a belief in what people could be, in how people could live together. And they put their lives on the line for that, and many of them died. But they lost, say the cynics, not knowing it is more important that they fought. Fought when they didn't have to fight. Fought when it brought no public glory in their hometowns. Fought to put a lie to the cynicism that keeps people in darkness. They won't go away. And in a world run by cynics, in a time when caring about someone you've never met is seen as weakness or treachery, how much strength have we taken from the thought of them? How much pride and comfort to be able to say, but what about the guys in the international brigades? So let us resolve to continue our work so that there may be many more generations of people like John Sayles taking heart and inspiration from the example of the international brigades. Thank you.